On the screen now, I've got this image open in Lightroom. I'm in the develop module, and what I'm going to do is hit the crop overlay. The shortcut is R, and what you'll see happen is you'll get an overlay. So I've got the rule of thirds there, and you can see at the side of each of the images there's these little handles there. Now if I come in and grab onto any one of those images, because I have this little lock that is closed, as I move my image up or down, it's going to stay at the fixed ratio that I shot the image. If I unlock this lock, I can go wherever I want to. So say if I want to do some sort of fixed crop, I can do that. I can do whatever I want to. I can have something like I could have that sort of crop if I wanted to. So I can go whichever way I want to, which can be frustrating if you want to do something very exact. So let's just go back to the original. There is another way using the aspect tool, which allows you to do it like both at the same time. All right, and that's going to stick to the original crop at the same aspect without having to move the handles at all. All right, so we'll go back to as shot, but there is also a better way. And if you grab onto these handles and hold down the shift key at the same time, it's going to keep it all consistent as shot. You've also got these options down the side. So if you want to have, say, a square crop, it will keep that, whatever you do, it's just going to stay consistently as a square crop. I can change it to 4:5, and then I can crop, and it's going to stay in that ratio that I chose of 4:5 or 8:10, 2:3. Same deal, and 16:9. Doesn't matter if I enlarge or small, it's always going to stay at that 16:9 ratio. So you've got the option to change it all there, or you can enter a custom size if you want. All right, so let's go back to as crop. What I want to show you is there's also the overlay that I have here, which is the rule of thirds. You can actually change that. So if you go to tools and crop guide overlay, you can change it. So you could have the grid, or you can have diagonal, or you can have the golden spiral, the Fibonacci spiral there. And if you want to just cycle through those quickly, the choices that you have, you hit O on the keyboard, and it'll give you all the options. And the one that I want to show you is this one, which is the aspect ratio. So within that, you've got all the different sizes, and you can actually adjust those. So you can choose the aspect ratios that you want to highlight. So that might be the ones that you use most often. So maybe 5:7. You might want to just stick with standard print sizes. 8:10. You might want to have 1:1, and maybe have 16:9. All right, so there they are at a horizontal aspect. And if you want to change that to a vertical aspect, say you want to have your prints as vertical, all you need to do is hit Shift O, and it now changes to a vertical aspect. Shift O, it goes back to horizontal. So that's a really handy tool because it allows you to see at a glance exactly how your image is going to look when you crop it at those individual aspect ratios. So I'm just going to cycle through now back to rule of thirds, and I'm going to choose to crop my image based on rule of thirds here, and I like to have, let me see, my hero of the image on the far right there, and I'm going to keep my image, actually I might do it as a square crop now, and then I can just line up the action there, and I just hit enter, and there it is. I've got the square crop and using the rule of thirds.